So, like what we did with the previous activities in adding shaders, okay, materials. I'm on shading mode, okay. So this is our modeling and this is the shading mode. So my render here, okay, my engine here is using Eevee. So when I click the viewport shading, okay, so it doesn't have anything on it because I did not add any world onto the scene itself, unlike with the uh, previs, the visualization or the shading mode, meron na siyang world na naka-add. Okay? So dito, sa render, we would have to add the world itself and some other, uh, lights and stuff. So we have two render engines. One is Eevee, the other one is Workbench. Workbench um, isn't quite a lot, but it's there. Then you have cycles. Cycles actually has a more accurate render of um, lights compared to EV. EV is more of like a game engine. Okay? Parang game engine kasi ang EV. Okay? So, real time na ano siya. Real time rendering when you use EV. So, nakakatipid siya. Pero yung shadows, tingnan nyo, hindi siya accurate. Pero with cycles, mas malinis siya. Okay? So, when you use actually this shading mode, pwede rin naman na dito. Especially if your computer is not really that, tapos wala kayong GPU. Wala kayong separate na GPU, medyo mas ano siya, mas may hirapan uh, si Blender to actually do renders kasi wala kayong graphics card. Yun yung isang problem doon. Okay? So, kung pwede naman dito, okay na rin naman. Okay? But when it comes to mas realistic na render, it will be with cycles. Okay? So, if you look at our model, mukha siyang, mukha siyang candy. Right? Anyway, cartoonish naman talaga siya. So, okay lang yun. Okay? So, when we set it in EV, okay? So, dito sa EV pala, by the way, meron siyang ambient occlusion. So, ambient occlusion forces shadows on tight areas para mas maganda siya tingnan. Okay? So, dito sa shading mode, pag naka-off yung ambient, hindi mo makikita yung mga tight shadows dun sa areas na nakadikit. Okay? So, yun yung ambient. Then, yung bloom, bloom is yung the effect of light, parang bokeh effect. How the object bounces, the light from the object bounces to the camera. So, and you can turn it on and off if you want to. Yung depth of field, pwede din. You just need to set which camera you'll be using for that. Okay? So, when you press 0 on your numpad, okay, medyo mahirap siya i-move. Like, you can grab it like that, but, you can't do this, okay? So, the way you do that is, you click this button, or press N. N, okay? So, press N para lumabas yung options. Then, you have your view. You could lock camera to view. So, you can actually, ito pala, yan. Click that so that nakalock yung camera mo. Okay? Then, pwede mo siyang i-off na once okay ka na. Okay? Then, N ulit para makatago siya. Okay? So, ayan. Um, Tanggalin ko na lang muna lahat ng materials nito so you could follow through. Okay? So, in the shading, okay, I'm going to remove all the materials that I added. Okay? I'll just make a new one. Okay, this one has multiple materials. So you could like click this tapos select the material tapos minus para mawala. Okay? Click this, minus, minus, minus. Then, yan. Then this small thing here. So, yan, tanggalin natin. Right-click shade smooth, okay? Then also this one. Right? So now we are left with a blank model without any texture whatsoever. Okay? So when the ambient occlusion is turned off, okay? So you don't really see tight shadows, right? In cycles, you have to add an ambient occlusion map in order for you to do this. Okay. But for the sake of, saving your computer from crashing, let's just use EV for now. Okay. All right. So usually when you texture something like this, just to make it, just to make, just to work faster, usually you just add materials to this. But the problem that we oftentimes encounter is it really just looks very, very flat. Okay, so when I add a new material, so click plus. So I type in body, then I change the yeah, change the base color to yellow. Right? Depende na lang yan sa gusto nyo, okay guys. Then you have your metalness. So if you want it to look metal, so metallic makes it when the metallic setting is pushed too high, it makes it look very metal. So yung orange na dito, it actually made it look copper or gold. So bring it down. What I want is to make the flaring look like fresh paint. Okay? So, binaba ko yung roughness ng konti. Ayoko namang magmukha siyang glass. So, I want it to look something like this. Okay? Pwede rin siyang red. Cherry red if you want to. So, depende na lang yan sa taste nyo. Pero never go too bright. Okay? So, just go with something that is a bit subtle. Okay? So, with something na parang, pang taxi ang dating. Parang ganun. Or New York taxi. Okay. There's a specific like blue, a blue color for Vespa. merong ano siya eh, Vespa has this tone. It's very popular with Vespa, yung ganyang klase ng tone ng kulay. So if ever like um I save this, so I'm going to save it, then I'm going to put it here so that I'll be able to get the color. Okay. Pag hindi kayo sigurado sa kulay, just get the um, just get the image, tapos i-eyedrop nyo na lang siya. Okay. So, let's say it's this one. Then, I go back to shading. Then, I click on the body. Okay. Then, click on this. Use the eyedrop. Then, click. See? Okay. So, now I can like put this down. Then, now I can assign this to the body. Okay. So, there you go. Let's see. All right, so everything is like blue with a side flaring. This one is blue. How about the handle? I think the body. Okay. And the headlights would be blue. Okay. So select that for the body. Okay. This one also. This is the utility box. Okay. Lalagyan to ng tools. So, kaya yan ganyan. Wala lang siyang, like, I didn't add an inset so that it would look like a utility box of some sort. Okay. So, like, I did not, do that, insert, then extrude out. Okay. Para mukha siyang utility box, then, you could just add a hole to this para mukha siyang may susian siya. Parang ganun. Okay. Then this one, let's add this also for the body. Okay. Now, you would encounter a problem with this particular headlight because the headlight is buo, right? So, these two are actually together. Now, if you find it hard to select these two, like when you press L, you select only the object. As long as the object is not attached, when you press L, you'll be able to select the object. Okay? Pero if it's separate, then iselect nyo lang siya, then press P, then i-separate nyo siya. Okay? Pero kung nakahiwalay naman siya, okay lang. So, what I would want to do is to assign this as the body. So, as you can see, nagkaroon siya ng material, although isa lang yung sinelect ko. Let's add a new one. Okay? Then new. Then Control I to inverse the selection, then assign. Okay? So, I'll just have it set in default like this because we're going to put a headlight texture here. Okay? Para mukha siyang okay? Now, if this looks a bit parang too flat, you could either like add an edge loop and bevel it like so, then extrude, then S to make it look like that. Okay? Then from our reference, meron siyang parang dito. Okay? So, either I could, select this. So, 3, shift. Okay? If it's too, like too big, then select the other. Okay? ito lang, alt-click. Ayan. So, if you want it to be like that, what I can do here is select the headlight, this one, this, and this. Okay, it's easier kasi to select the bigger parts. Then what I'm going to do is inverse. Go to material preview. Okay. So I'm going to inverse this. Control I. Okay. Because this is what I want to have some sort of a shiny metal texture. So I will assign it here. Then set my roughness down. Put my metallic a bit higher para magmukha siyang ganyan. Okay? Now, nadamay ulit yung headlight natin. Okay? So, let's make another material, then new. This material will be for the headlight. Then, this material is for chrome. Okay? So, there are chrome materials and headlight materials. So, I'm going to select the headlight material and assign it. Okay? Then, I'm going to unwrap it. So, press U. Okay? Wala, butas naman siya, so I can just click and wrap. Okay? So, from here, change this to UV editor. Okay? If you would notice, it looks a bit weird because yung shape niya talaga is naka-subdivide. That's why it looks like that. Right? Yan yung original niya. Okay? So, during this time, ito yung, I think, the best time for you to apply your modifiers. Okay? But usually, what I do with this is, I usually duplicate this. Okay? Alright? Object, set to origin, origin to geometry. Okay? I usually duplicate that, and I usually hide it. Okay? Then I label this as lights. So objects at origin, origin to geometry, lights, sub. Okay? So ito na isa subdivide ko. Okay? So I'm going to apply the subdivision. Apply. So ito na siya. Okay? So this one that I made, I'm going to hide it. So, tsaka i-click ko yung camera para hindi siya ma-render. Okay? So, ito na siya. Then, I'm going to select this. Then, unwrap para bumilog siya. Okay? Then, you can select A. Then, press T. Then, yung tools niya dito. Okay? Then, N. Yan, lalabas dito yung mga ano. Okay? So, image. You can rotate it a bit para pumantay. Okay? Can go to modeling. We can split the window para magkaroon tayo ng window for editing. Okay. So, i-right click nyo lang to, right click, horizontal split. Oh no. Right click, vertical split. I want to have a split para dun sa UV. So, this is the UV editor. Okay. Nagpunta ako sa modeling because I don't want to mess up my shading. Okay. Then, from here, you could go to UV. Tapos, minimize stretch. Okay. Anuhin nyo lang yung mouse nyo left to right para maiwasan yung stretching. Okay. So, ayan siya. If yung material mo, hindi naman siya lalagyan ng mga detail, pwede na siyang hindi i-unwrap. Okay? But, for this case, i-try natin. So, select L, U, Smart UV Project. Then, click OK. Alright, so ito yung kinalabasan niya. Which is something that you don't want to happen when you unwrap something like this. Okay? What you would rather have is, like when you unwrap, butas naman yan so okay lang yan. So, undo. You unwrap. Okay? So, ito na yung unwrap, pinaka-unwrap niya. So, wala. Okay? So, what we need to do here is add some seam. Okay? Maglalagay tayo ng seam. Kailangan natin siyang biyakin. Okay? So, Alt, click. So, it cuts across. Okay? So, it cuts across your model. Alright? Then, right-click, mark seam. So, pag nag-mark seam kayo, mahati siya sa gitna. Okay? Now, the next thing that you would want to do is select an area. Okay? Tapos, right-click, mark seam. Okay? So, kailangan naka-cut siya across. So, pag-click mo ganyan, then unwrap, ganito dapat ang itsura niya. Okay? So, you can select the separate objects. So, select nyo to, P, para himiwalay siya. Okay? Then, we can select this one. The heck is that? Ano yun? May extra. May extra face. Anyway. So, select nyo to since separate na siya. Ayan. I-click nyo yung i-tap nyo yung slash. Okay? Para mag-separate siya. Then, go in. Alright. So, there's a lot of faces here. So, what we can do, since nakatago naman yung hindi. We need to put, pala dito, lights. So, buksan din natin to. So, let's open this. So, Alt-click. Okay, kailangan natin siya buksan. Right-click, mark seam. Select mo ulit L, U, unwrap. Okay? So, ganito yung itsura niya. Okay? Then, what we can do is para mapagsama tong magkahiwalay na mahaba na to, pwede natin siya ikabit. So, you can select edges, vertices, UV, vertex, faces, and islands. Okay? Island means yun yung group niya. Okay? So, let's select this. Then, go to UV. Then, weld. Hanapin natin yung merge. Merge or weld. Right-click. Tinanggal nila yung weld. Merge na lang. Stitch. Okay? So, stitch it together. It looks like this. Rotate it. Okay? So, ganito yung itsura niya. Yung ganitong klase ng texturing, you don't usually have to worry much about this kasi pag gumamit ka ng texture painting software, pag nag-paint ka dito, nag-overlap na rin siya sa kabila. Like Substance Painter. So, when you paint or texture over it, hindi mo na mapapansin yung seam kasi alam nung software na ito nakakabit dun sa kabila. Okay? Pakita ko sa inyo later. Wait lang. UV, tapos pack islands. Ayan, pagsasamahin siya. Okay? Then, pag nagsama siya, i-organize nyo pa rin to. Okay? So, L, tapos G. Okay? Then, L, oops. Then, G. So, lagay nyo lang siya ng maayos. L, then L, G, L, tapos G to the side. Okay? Then, ito, G. So, ganyan. Okay? Now, to optimize the texture space, pwede natin siyang i-occupy. Okay? Like, pwede natin siyang iganto. Okay? And this one. Basta hindi sila overlap. Hindi nila sasagasaan yung isa't isa. Okay lang yun. Okay? So, yung ganito, pwede na siya. Okay? Alright? Then, slash ulit para lumabas yung ano. So, what I was talking about dun sa material preview, yung pagte-texture paint, kung makikita nyo na ano, na hindi siya nag-overlap, itry ko lang so we have texture paint, tapos go to shading, okay, then from object mode, punta tayo sa texture paint, okay, i-join ko yung areas papunta dito sa kabila, okay, pinagsama ko na. So, UV. Ito lang yung problem ko dito sa ano, yung mga tools. Anyway. Paint, texture paint. So, image editor, paint. Okay? So, ano naman siya, unwrap naman siya. So, here, you select the material, tapos, okay. Then we go to this. Yan natin. Material. Yung body, yung kailangan nating tamaan. So, lagyan natin. Okay. New. So, untitled. Texture, image texture. So, when I add the image texture, ayan siya. Ito yung texture dito sa kabila. So, yan yung untitled. Kakabit ko siya sa base. Okay? Then, texture paint. Ayan siya, oh. Para makita nyo lang kung ano nangyayari. So, even if may seam, okay, tas set ko lang yung strength. Even if may seam siya, di ba may seam dito? Hindi siya nakikita. Kasi alam na nung software na magkakabit sila. So, even if I paint like this, okay, yung texture painting kasi sa Blender, when it comes to material and PBR painting, hindi pa siya ganun talaga ka-advanced. So, as you can see, ayan yun, tinan nyo to. See that? Yun yung seam dito. So, if I keep adding this, yan, mawawala din talaga siya. So, alam niya na magkadikit sila. So, it's fine that you paint something like this. Okay? Wait, ibalik ko lang yung color na fill. Okay. Kunin natin ulit yung yung kulay. Okay? Ayun siya. Tapos change your tool to uh, yan, paint. Okay? Something like that. Medyo medyo mahirap gamitin itong ano, okay? Dito sa Blender. Pero sa Substance Painter, iba yung gamit niya. Okay? Ita-try ko din na ipa-install sa inyo yun. Tingnan ko kung gagana siya. Na, by the way, if ever you're wondering, bakit ito meron? Bakit tinamaan to? The reason why so is because yung UV nito is nagsishare siya ng UV with the headlight. Kaya meron siyang paint dito. Okay? Yun yung issue doon. That's why if ever you'll be texturing something like this, it would be nicer if you unwrap everything. Okay? So naka UV edit talaga lahat. So i-unwrap natin lahat. Okay? So that if ever you would want to add some textures and stuff or stickers, pwede nyo siyang gawin. Okay? So, ito yung headlight na unwrap na natin. Let's get the body. Okay? So, I'll duplicate the body. Shift D. Okay? So, this is the body underscore low. Okay? Then, I'll hide it. So, body. Yan. I-hide ko rin, tapos i-hide ko sa render. Okay? I-apply ko na I-apply ko na yung modifier ko dito. So, click, then apply. So, ganito na itsura niya. Okay? Same with this one. Apply. Oh, wait. I'll select this. Tsaka ito. Okay? And this one. Shift D. Then, lagay ko lang siya dito ha. Tapos, I'll put it on a new collection. Tingnan ko kung papasok ha. Collection 2. Wala siyang add objects. So, okay. Okay, ida-drag ko lang siya tapos i-hide ko unti-unti. Okay? Para alam ko kung ano yung dinadrag ko. You can select like all of it. Click and drag, papunta dun sa collection. Okay? Before, you can't do that sa version ng Blender. Pero this time, in-add na nila yun, which is very, helpful. Okay? Then, yung collection na to, we can click that para hindi na siya makita. Okay? So, I'm going to apply the modifiers kasi wala naman akong gagawin na dito. Okay? This one, apply, apply, then apply. Okay? Apply. Then Control J. Para ano sila, mag-merge. Okay? Apply. Alright. So this one, Control J. I can Control D. Shift D. Okay. Alright, so click that. Then apply. Alright. Then this one, apply. So let's unwrap this. So pag nag-unwrap kayo dito, you either like alt-click like this, alt-click here, alt-click shift, then right-click, mark, seam. Okay? Then, since nakahiwalay siya, para siya lang nakikita natin, numpad na lang. Okay? So, do that. Tapos, you can select across, right-click, mark seam. Okay? Tapos, itong area na to, we need to, to unfold this. Kailangan siya mahati. Okay? So, alt-click. Para siyang box na ina-unfold. Kaya siya ganun. Okay? So, dito na natin anyway, pwede naman siyang Unlike before, mapapaisip ka talaga kung saan mo ilalagay yung UV unwrap. But with Substance Painter, nag-iba na yung talaga. Nag-iba na yung kwento. Okay? Medyo mas madali na i-unwrap. So, Alt-Shift-Click. Napuputol. Ito yung medyo tedious na part ha, guys. Kasi kailangan nyo talaga tong matutunan. Okay? So, right-click, mark seam. Right-click, mark seam. Okay? So, medyo maghihiwa-hiwalay ito. I-change ko yung nito. Okay? So, right-click, clear. So, mawawala siya. Okay? So, since yung cut ko, I think, was from here to here na, pwede na siguro to. Okay? Then, ikabit ko na lang later ulit. Okay? So, L, U, unwrap. Okay? So, ito yung itsura niya. Okay? So, yung ganito, pwede na to. Malinis na naman yan. Okay na yung ganyan. Okay? So, tayo sa modeling. Okay? So, ayan siya. Ngayon, pag sinelect mo to, tsaka yung dalawa na yan, magkapatong siya. Right? So, aayusin mo yan pagka ganyan. Okay? So, gagamit ka lang ng isang texture space para maganda siya tingnan. Okay? So, paghihiwa-hiwalayin natin siya. Ngayon, with this kind of setup, tsatsagain lang natin to ha. Kasi kung ganito kalaki yung natin, model natin, we need to find a way to divide the texture into different places. Okay? So, like for example, if ito yung UV natin, we need to plan ahead what we would want to do about it. Okay? So, kung ito yung texture space natin, wait lang ha. Brush, tip, white, pencil. So, kung ito yung UV texture space natin, we need to divide this. Okay? So, the biggest part dun sa ating texture is the body. So, we need to give room dun sa body. Okay? So, either we could occupy or give this para sa body. Okay? Yung texture space para sa body niya. So, yung body niya, di ba, it's like ganito. Ganyan siya. Tapos, merong kabila, meron din siyang ganito. Right? Then, yung ilalim, yung ganitong ilalim niya, yung dalawa. So, pwede naman natin yung pagpatungin or pwede rin natin siya na kahiwalay. Okay? Ganyan. Okay? Then, the other one could be baliktad like this. Okay? Just for the body. And kung may iba pang parts na pwede nating isingit, isisingit natin. Okay? Then, after the body, kailangan natin yung, siguro this one would be the headlights. So, yung headlight natin, okay? We can add the biggest parts nung headlight. Okay? Then, yung small ones would be na andito. Okay? Then, yung wheel, medyo malaki rin yung wheel. Okay? Yung side, yung side, yung ganto, nung So, we can have like, yung dalawang side, yan, ganyan. Okay? Ito yung side nung, natin, nung body, side body. Okay? So, side ng body, then, after that, may side tayo ng body, yung hood. Yung hood natin, medyo malaki yung hood. Okay? So, the hood might be probably this big. Okay? So, ito yung mudguard. Okay? Mudguard yung tawag dito. Ito yung nasa harapan. Okay? So, yan yung mudguard. Most likely, yung wheel natin, if ever, dito natin i-stretch out yung wheel natin. Okay? Tapos yung axle pieces natin would be like, naandito yung axle pieces. Okay? Then, yung spokes, tapos yung axle, ganyan siya. Okay? Pwede natin lagyan ng texture yung wheel dito para magmukha siyang may thread. Okay? So, pwede natin import sa Photoshop. Lagyan siya ng thread, parang ganyan. Okay? Sa texturing. Itong part na to, pwedeng kulay lang to. Okay lang yan. Okay? Mudguard. Yung license plate. Okay? Yung license plate pwede dito, tsaka yung backlight. Okay? Then, ano pa ba? Mirror. So, yung mirror natin ito. Okay? Tapos yung handle ng mirror, pwede dito sa side lang ganyan. So, ito yung space natin sa mirror. Okay? Then, yung kabilang ito, tingnan na lang natin kung ano yung kulang. But most likely, it's going to be something like this. Ganito yung magiging layout ng texture natin. Now, if you would ask, bakit why is it nasa iisa? Most ng mga jobs that you will find pagdating sa 3D modeling and texturing, most of it is with games. Kadalasan games siya. And when you have games, ang textures niya usually is isa. Kung mag-UDIM siya or multiple textures, okay lang. Pero mas maganda, alam mo kung paano gumawa ng texture sa isang texture space. Okay? Kaya ganyan yung layout natin. Okay? So, with the body, like this, we can select ngayon yung lights. So, hanapin nyo lang siya. So, L. Okay? Then, we can scale it. Okay? Pwede natin siyang ilagay muna sa tabi. So, grab. Put it here. Ang size ng texture na gagamitin natin would be medyo malaki. Okay? So, saying new, then we could use like 2,000 by 2,000. Okay? Then alpha, color, pwede rin siyang black, pwede rin siyang white. So, let's just set it as is. Okay? So, kita nyo lumaki siya bigla. Okay? So, yung texture natin, nag-black siya. Palitan natin. New. Huwag natin white kasi hindi natin makita. Okay? Alpha. 2,000 by 2,000. Ayan. Okay? So, headlights natin, body. Okay? So, we can scale the body as in S. So, press S. Okay? Put it here. Then, the lights, dito. So, iset aside na lang muna natin itong mga to. Okay? Para alam natin how we would assign these things together. Pero, of course, mas malaki ang space para sa body. Okay? So, ilagay na natin to dito. Then, itong mga parts na to, pwede naman to to rotate on 90 degrees. And, put it somewhere. Like, put it here. Okay? So, L, grab. Put it here. L, grab. Oops. Undo. L, then grab. And somehow put it here. Okay, then this one, grab, rotate, R, so 90 degrees. So, something like this. Magiging ganyan siya. Okay, so scale, then grab. Basta siya yung pinakamalaking texture space. Okay? Okay. So, kung marami siyang pieces na tanggal-tanggal, like for example, this one. Okay? Pwede naman natin siyang itahi kung gusto nyo. Okay? So, ito kasi yung harapan. Okay? So, let's say, ito yung faces. So, 3. Press C. Ayan. Para makita nyo lang kung nasan yung likod. Tapos escape. Press C. As in cat. Ayan. Okay, ito yung harapan. So, escape. Then click. Okay? A. So, kung ito yung harapan, 2. Right click. Stitch. Okay? So, nag-stitch siya dito. Then, you could, like, you unwrap. Okay? So, dumidikit siyang ganyan. Okay? Pag in-unwrap mo siya, parang the rest ng nakaselect, sumasama. Okay? So, tanggalin ulit natin. Okay? So, I just want this. Yan, siya lang. Okay? So, select that part. Tapos, I want to also merge this part. So, alt-click. Right-click, stitch. Okay? Then, right-click. Select mo siya, L. Right-click. You go to UV. Minimize, stretch. Okay? Set mo lang sa side. Okay? Then, if ever you see something like this, ano lang to, scale nyo lang. Okay? Click and click. Okay? So, usually, yun yung ano niya. Okay? So, grab, rotate, -90 degrees. Then, ayan. Scale it. Okay? Then, scale. Okay? Save. Then, select this. So, naka-apply na yung ano dito. Right? What you can do naman dito is, since bukas to, bukas naman siya dito. You just need to select certain parts so that you can open it. So, like, Alt-click edges. So, Alt-click. Okay. Yung loob naman, hindi naman masyado makikita yan. So, I think, dito ka na kumuha. Alt-click, right-click, mark seam. Okay? Then, you need to somehow click this and this one. Kailangan natin mag-open yung part na to. So, okay? Para bumuka siya. Ang weird ng setup pala nito. Parang hindi siya parehas. Anyway, right-click, mark seam. Then, you unwrap. Ayan. So, kung ganyan siya kalaki, A, scale, baba. Okay? Scale nyo siya, grab. Okay? Press number. Okay? Pag sinelect natin yung body, ayan. So, ngayon, kita natin yung body tsaka yung mudguard. Okay? So, we have to put it somewhere around here. Okay? Yung, especially kung nasan yung pinaka top. O, ayan. Okay? So, ito yung ibabaw. So, siya dapat yung nakikita natin. Okay? Okay, so with this also applied na rin. Buksan natin, okay? So, edge, open, okay? Right-click, mark, not sharp, mark, seam, unwrap. Okay? So, ganito yung itsura niya. Kailangan natin buksan yung ilalim. Kasi may thickness siya dito. Pagbukas niya, yung ilalim. Wait, it's try ko i-cut tong part na to. So, split. Hanapin natin kung nasan yun. Okay. See? Faces. Press 3. C. So, nag-split siya. We just need to find, nasan yung part? Okay. So, bukas naman siya, pero why is it na ganun yung itsura niya? I see. Alright. So, ito. Hindi natin nabuksan to. So, kailangan natin itong buksan. Okay. Better yet, siguro ganito gawin natin. So, edges. Click, click, click. Try to find out kung merong laman yung loob. Okay? So, ito. Tinanggal ko siya. Right click. Tapos, mark seam. Tingnan natin kung bubuka. Ayun. So, bumuka naman siya. So, ito yung ilalim. Tapos, ito yung ibabaw. Okay? Okay, so itong part na to I think was selected accidentally. So, clear seam, select all, unwrap para bumalik siya sa dati. Okay? So, select nyo siya. So, L scale, grab. Okay? Tapos, yan, num lang. Select nyo ulit yung body. Tapos, tab. Ayan. So, makikita nyo ngayon yung size. Okay? So, this one, can make it smaller. Rotate it 90 degrees. Rotate, so R, 90 degrees. Okay? You can scale it a bit. Parang ganyan. Okay? Then, itong part na to, okay, kailangan natin siyang hatiin. The thing here is, yung pinaka makakita ng texture dito, yung pinaka texture talaga na may laman, would be tong face na to. What we can do with this, we can reduce the number of poly count. So, we have to like select this, separate it. So, P. Separate natin siya. Tapos, object, set origin to geometry. Pwede nating i-reduce yung poly count nito by, alt-clicking. So, alt-click shift. Okay. Since masyado siyang marami, can like alternately select certain parts or edges. Pero iiwasan nyo yung medyo nasa gitna. Okay? So, usually, we do this so that we would have control over the polygons. So, right-click, X, dissolve. Okay? So, dissolve the edges. Then, itong parts na to, ang dami rin niya, di ba? So, alt-click, shift alt-click. Then, yan. Okay? Sobra kasing dami. Right-click, X, dissolve. Okay? X, dissolve. Sobrang dami niya kasing, okay? So, para ma-manage natin, tatanggalin natin yung iba. X, dissolve edges. So, this one. Alternate naman siya, so okay lang yun. Ayan, okay na yan. Okay. So, what we're going to do is, select natin yung faces dito. Okay. So, press, okay, escape, number 3, C. Press C. No. Split natin. So, edges. Imo-mark seam natin. Okay? Wait. Let me just remove this. Oops. Dissolve. Okay? Imo-mark seam natin to. Right-click, mark seam. Okay? Then, imo-mark seam natin tong dito. Okay? Mark seam. Tapos yung gilid. I-reduce ko lang pala to, sorry. So, select nyo lang yan, tapos imo-mark seam nyo. So, L, U, unwrap. Ayan na itsura niya. Okay? Yung pinaka-front niya, yung pinaka-face ay ito. Okay? So, alam natin na yun yung yan yung magkakaroon ng, so, ayan yung magkakaroon ng license plate. Okay? So, grab, put this on the side, make it smaller, select, then tab. Okay? Shift, select the body. Okay? Then tab. A. Yan, para makita nyo kung gaano kalaki yung texture nung license plate na ilalagay nyo. Okay? So, we can set this to the side. Then, tsaka natin siya pagsama-samahin. Okay? Ito naman, ganun din. So, dalawa sila. Yung mirror is, apply ko na yung mirror para dalawa na yung i-unwrap natin. So, Smart UV Project, basag, unwrap na lang, undo, okay, apply, A, U, unwrap. Okay, okay na itong ganito. Tapos, grab. Okay. Ilayo nyo siya para grab. Okay. Ayan. Okay. Scale. Scale. Nilagay nyo lang siya dito. Okay. Maya natin siya balikan. Now, itong part na to, backslash. Ayan, butas naman yung ilalim nito. I-unwrap na lang natin. So, LU, unwrap. So, there are a few stretching para dito. So, let's just, cut it. Okay? So, i-cut natin siya dito sa side. So, edge, cut, then edge. Okay, right-click, mark seam. Then, dito, I think, ito na lang. Just this one. Okay? And this one. Right-click, mark seam. Okay? Unwrap. So, ganyan siya. Select, rotate, like this. Scale. Lagay dito sa gilid. Okay? Then, itong lining natin dito. Okay? We need to cut it in the middle. Right-click, mark seam. Tapos, select kayo dito. Yan. Right-click, mark seam. Hatiin nyo pa rin siya sa gitna. So, Alt-click, right-click, mark seam. then you unwrap. Ayan siya sa gilid. Okay? So, pag pinagsama natin yan, ito, tsaka ito, so, dapat magka-size sila. Okay? So, lagi sila magkadikit. Number, okay? Slash. Right? Then this one, subdivide natin, apply 1 lang. Okay? So, we can do the same thing here. Pwede nating i-split to. Okay? Mas madaling i-select ang objects kasi pag naka-split. So, pindutin nyo V or right-click, separate, not separate, split. Okay? So, pag ganun nyo sa kanya, hopefully, dapat, L, hindi nag-split. Wait. Pinipindot ko kasi dito V. Tapos yun, nade-detach na siya. Ganun. Okay? So, V na lang, as in V as in victory. Okay? So, ito okay na i-unwrap to. Pero we have to cut. Itong part na to, we have to cut this. Okay? Pwede siyang pahaba. Right-click, then mark seam. Then select this, view, unwrap. Pwede palang hindi na, maliit lang siya. So, view, then unwrap. Okay? Then, lagay sa gilid, maliit lang siya na accent. So, ayun. Okay? So, this one, view, unwrap. May stretching. So, there's a lot of stretching going on. Let's just select certain edges para mag-unwrap. Like here. Parang ang nag-aano lang ng box din. Yung sa serial natin. Mas marami nga lang kayong sineselect. Yun lang yung pagkakaiba nun. Okay? I will send you a link of Substance Painter. Okay? Para ma-install nyo na siya. Sim. Yun. Then, click. You unwrap. Okay? Then, A, here. Then, save. Scale. Just put it on top. Kasi we need to have, okay, yung proportional size. Okay? Yung size nito should be similar with, you know, in relative to the object. So, this one naman, okay, so ito siya, ganyan siya. Remember, butas to, di ba? Ay, hindi. So, may part siya na sarado. Okay, yung part na sarado, number slash, lagyan natin siya ng cut. Okay? Ganyan. Tapos, buksan na rin natin tong taas para sa kanya. Okay? I-separate na lang natin. So, X, not X, right-click, mark seam. Okay? Tapos, ito buksan na rin natin. Okay? And this one. Okay? Right-click, mark, seam. L, U, unwrap. Okay? /. So, ayan siya. Then, kunin natin, grab, scale. Okay? Medyo lapit-lapit lang natin sa isa't isa. Okay? So, ayun. So, this one, butas din. select lang natin yung ano, yan. Right click, mark seam, LU, unwrap. Select, then grab, dali nyo dito sa taas, then scale. Okay? Numpad. You want it to be parang medyo separate na lang muna. Okay? So, natanggal na natin yung plate and stuff. I-organize lang natin, okay? Let's select the body and the headlight. Okay, so the headlight will be somewhere around here. So, yung arrangement natin, body, side body, tapos yung light, mudguard, license plate, backlight. Okay, yung light natin, okay, yung based dun sa dinrawing ko na layout, nakalagay dito yung backlight. Ay, yung ano, yung headlight dito. Okay? Then, isa-select ko yung ano, body. Tsaka yung ibang parts na na-unwrap ko na. Tapos, tab. Okay? Para active siya sa selection. Okay? So, I'm going to select this. This is, I think, the seat. Okay? So, yung seat na to, ilagay ko na lang yung seat siguro dito. Okay, ilagay ko na lang yung seat dito. Hindi to seat. Ano to? Ito yung pinaka cover nung ano, nung wheel. Okay, so somewhere here. Then this one is the chair. This one is the seat. So yung seat natin, okay, I'll rotate it 90 degrees. Scale. Okay. So, ganyan siya. Then, ito yung side. Grab. Let's put the side like this. Maliit lang naman siya. So, okay lang yan dito. Okay, rotate 90 degrees. Manonotice na lang natin if ever magkaroon ng stretching dun sa texture pagpunta dito. Then, that's when we have to split. I-split din natin siya. Okay, so, but for now, i-assign na lang muna natin. Okay. Then, this one, this is from the seat. So, grab. Dito yan sa seat. Rotate 90 degrees. Ito yung trim eh. So, grab. Okay, yan yung trim ng seat. Yung license plate, rotate 90 degrees. Like, put it like, dito na lang sa baba. Ito kasi is likod, so you don't see a lot from here. So, let's separate this. Oops. Okay. So, ito yung license plate. Scale. Grab. So, i-relate nyo yung sizes ng objects na nililayout natin based dun sa actual size ng object. Okay? What we can do also here, pwede tayo mag-set ng checkered checkered texture. Okay? So, what we're going to do, punta tayo sa ano ha? Google. Checkered texture. Pang-check sa UV. So, UV. Para gets natin kung tama yung distribution ng sizes ng UV natin. So, we can get something like this na nakikita rin natin yung text. Okay, kung anong facing siya. So, I'm going to save this. Okay. Checker. Ito siya ha. Then, I'm going to open it here. Babalikan ko na lang yung ano. So, image, open. Checker. Okay? So, naka-checker ngayon siya. Pero we don't see it here, right? So, we don't see it yet because hindi siya naka-attach. Okay? So, what we're going to do is go to our shading mode. Go here sa shading natin. Control A. Go to texture. Ano ba yung checkered texture nito? Yung checkered texture nito is just, black and white lang siya. So, ang kailangan natin is yung UV. Okay? Image, texture, put it here. Base, open. Okay? Kinabahan ako doon bigla ah. Wait lang ah. Dito na lang sa side kasi niload ko na siya. Ayun. Okay? So, ito na yung itsura niya ngayon. Naka-attach siya sa base color. Okay? So, ito yung itsura nung texture natin. Okay? Material preview. Okay? So, ngayon, makipapansin nyo, okay? May bali-baliktad. Right? Hindi naman masyadong problem yung part na bali-baliktad. Ang importante kasi dito is dapat yung texture density niya, kung square siya, square talaga siya. Okay? So, ito, kung mapapansin nyo siya, medyo parang meron siyang ganon. Right? It's because yung object is curved talaga siya. Okay? So, since ito yung pinaka like front and we go to UV, minimize stretch, click that, then drag it to the side. So, hanggang dun na lang talaga siya. Okay? So, pag tinignan nyo yung texture, yung sizes niya, like, tingnan nyo yung texture nitong harap at texture nitong likod. Okay? Yung harap at likod, hindi siya parehas ng size. Malaki masyado yung nasa harap. So, kunin nyo to. So, itong part na to, yan, ito needs to be a bit bigger. Parehas dapat siya ng square nung nasa likod. Okay? Pero kung titingnan mo siya dito, ang liit. Right? So, maliit to, tapos sa harap, maano siya? Maliit. Okay? Kanina malaki. So, ngayon, medyo malapit na siya. Okay? Now, pag titingnan nyo siya, like, bakit ganun? Parang maliit sa likod, tapos malaki nung sa harap. Yung texture spaces kasi talagang ganun siya. So, sometimes, you really have to parang eyeball it na magpareha siya in terms of like size. Kung nakikita niyo yung orange, nakita niyo yung orange dito. So, kung yung height niyan, ma-match ko dito. Okay? So, dito is like, okay, it's like this. It could be that this has a lot of stretching. So, select that, L, minimize stretching. Okay. Tapos, pansinin nyo itong ano. Pansinin nyo yung mudguard. Okay? Yung mudguard niya dito, hindi parehas ng size nung sa harap. Ibig sabihin, masyado siyang masyadong maliit. Okay? So, medyo adjust natin ng konti. Yan. So, yung harap, yan. Okay? So, medyo malapit-lapit na. Then, ito, right? So, i-select na natin yung, mudguard, tsaka ito. Yung mga parts na gusto lang natin makita, yung pagkaka-UV. Okay? So, yung utility box, hanapan natin ng space. Okay? Alright. Since nag-overlap na siya, mag-a-adjust na tayo ng room. Okay? Para dun sa texture spaces natin. Okay? So, yung utility box, pwede natin ilagay dito. Okay? Okay? Then, this one, okay? Yan, adjust na lang natin. So, if you would notice dito, yung texture ng nito. So, parang okay naman siya. Okay? Yung nga lang, parang medyo maliliit yung texture niya. So, lakihan natin ng konti. Okay? So, grab, G, tapos lagay mo dito sa kabilang side. Then, tsaka na lang natin i-assign yung iba doon. Okay? Then, the seat, kaya siya hindi nakikita is because of the texture. So, yung texture kasi natin naka-attach sa body. Okay? So, body and okay. Okay naman yung spaces, texture spaces niya. Okay? Itong ito, masyado siya malaki. Okay? So, we have to make it smaller. Okay? Hanapan lang natin ng room. Okay? Ayan. Lagay lang natin doon. Itong kabila, so, this one, that one. Yan, lagay na natin doon. So, pag sinelect nyo to, sinelect nyo yung body, yung seat. Ito, ayan. Tsaka yung plate. Ayan. Tapos A. Alright? So, you would see now, yung layout. Okay? I-switch ko lang para makita nyo. Ayan. Okay? So, this is how a layout for UV would look like. Okay? So, itong part na to, oops, grab, ayan. Rotate 90. Okay? Okay, ito pala yung front. Alright? So we only have a very few room left for the handlebars, this one, and this one. Okay? So, yung mga parts naman dito, pwede natin siyang i-duplicate separately. Okay? Pero itong part na to, medyo sama-sama siya. It gets a bit hard to texture this kasi magkakadikit siya. Okay? Okay din naman magkakahiwalay, then tsaka na lang idagdag. Okay? So, this, you need to like apply. Okay, apply nyo na yung mirror. Okay, then apply the subdivide. Okay. Gawin natin 1 kasi masyadong ano. Okay. Ayan, okay na yung 1. Right. Then this one. So, subdivide. Mamaya natin balikan. Okay, let's separate this. By the way, when you work kasi na naka-mirror, kung anong ginawa mo sa kabila, nag-apply na rin sa kanya. So, I think yung subdivide, like, pag hindi pa siya naka-subdivide, kukunti pa lang yung siniselect mo, which makes it a lot easier to manage, right? So, yan, right-click, mark seam, then, click here, right-click, mark seam, okay? So, if you turn this on, then apply it, yung mirror mo dito sa kabila, meron na rin siyang UV. Okay? So, pag mag-edit kayo ng naka-mirror, iwan nyo na lang yung naka-mirror. Diyan, tsaka nyo siya apply pag tapos na kayo. Okay? You, unwrap. Then, select all of it, then scale. Lagay nyo muna sa taas. Okay? Temporarily, let's add yan, para lang makita natin. This one, i-apply na natin yung, okay? So, dinuplicate ko siya. Lagay ko lang dito. Okay? I-apply na natin yung subdivide. 1. Okay? 1 lang muna. Kasi we need to do a lot of cutting eh. Okay? So, select here. Okay? Select there. Select here. Okay? Tapos mag-iwan kayo ng isa para hindi siya humiwalay masyado. Okay? Pagka kasi true and true to, siya, may hiwalay masyado. Okay? Right click, mark seam. Okay? Mag-iwan kayo ng isa na walang selection. Okay? Then this one, right click, mark seam, unwrap. Okay? Now, pag titingnan nyo, parang may stretching yung part na to, which is not really, it doesn't really look that good. So, ang gawin natin, select natin to, mag-iwan ulit kayo ng isa. Okay? Iwan ulit ng isa, right-click, mark seam, unwrap. So, ganyan dapat yung itsura niya. Mas maganda yung kanyang distribution. Okay? Ayan. L, select lang natin to, grab, put it there, scale it in, then grab. Okay? Lagyan natin siya ng, hindi ko muna i-apply yung mirror. Let's add the texture, UV, to check. Okay? So, looking at the body, so So, select the body parts. Okay. Then tab, para kita natin lahat. So, ito yung handlebar. So, yung medyo magkakadikit ng konti pag samasamahin na natin. Okay. So, G, oops, L, G. Okay. Ito yung ito yung, sorry. This one is for the mirror. Grab. Lagay ko lang siya dito. Okay. Pag dikit-dikitin ko na siya. Okay. Then, yung mirror. Okay. So, this needs to be smaller. Put it here. Okay. So, select natin yung ito. Okay. Okay. Ito kasi yung one of the medyo tedious part, okay, ng pag the texture. So, at least now you know. Okay, kita nyo na siya. Okay, yung headlight natin is okay, yan dito. So, I'll put it here. Okay. So, gagawa talaga kayo ng ng spaces and room for our texture. Okay? So ngayon itong brake, gawin ko siyang 1, apply ko lang yung I'm going to apply the yan. Okay? Lagyan ko na lang ng subdivision ulit later. So click here, right click, mark seam, then select these areas, right click, mark seam, LU, okay. Rotate, so R, G, scale, okay. So ito lang yung space para sa kanya. So, dito siya. Okay? So, pag pinagsama-sama natin yung selection, okay? So, when you select, tapos when you press tab, ayan, dyan na yung lumalabas. So, yung natin, yung license plate, lagay na natin dito sa taas. Okay? Then, itong, pwede natin lagyan ng body. Ayan. So, okay? Pe-prepare lang natin siya. Okay, para at least pag nag-substance painter tayo, wala na tayong masyadong problema, okay? Pero later, papakita ko sa inyo, pag-add lang ng material para lang sa summative natin. Okay, so dalawa, it's, para sa summative, it's the UV. Okay, so yung ganito yung itsura na may UV at yung material rendering para dun sa, okay, yung may materials na naka-attach. Okay, so yun. Alright, dito sa wheel, naka-subdivide siya into, sinubdivide ko siya. Pag hindi, so ganito lang siya. Hindi ko muna siya isa-subdivide kasi it's harder um to actually work on this. So, pag dumami yung mesh nito, mas mahirap siyang ayusin. Okay? So, I'll select those edges. Right-click, mark seam. Kukuha ko ng seam dito sa likod, hindi sa harap. Right-click, mark seam. Okay? Then, select U, unwrap. So, ganyan yung itsura niya. Okay? Now, kung gusto nyo pantayin to, what usually would happen is find the straightest face that you can find here. Then, you go to UV. I think it would be... Yung tool kasi na yon is like magic na naka-hide. So, ayun. So, UV, bakit dito wala? See? So, select kayo ng pinaka-straight na face na makikita nyo. Then, dito, sa 3D Workspace, go to UV, follow active quads. Then, click OK. Ayun siya. Okay? Ngayon, hindi siya pantay probably it's because hindi talaga siya pantay. So, select niyo yung edge, tapos scale, okay, tapos Z, 0, oops, scale, X, no, scale on Y, 0, okay, tapos scale on Y, 0, select yung gilid, S, Y, not S, Y, SX, 0, select the edge, SX, 0. Okay? So, ito yung pinaka super na pantay na. Okay? Kasi na perpendicular na siya. Go back, UV, follow active quads, then okay. Ayan. Pantay na siya. Okay? So, follow active quads. Now, ito yung wheel natin. Can we just like delete this part tapos duplicate na lang natin papunta sa likod? Pwede. Pwede natin gawin yun. Okay? Para hindi matrabaho yung UV. Okay? So, the next one is the rim. Okay? So, let's select the side and the other side. Then, select an edge around. Mark seam. Okay? So, U. So, unwrap. So, ganun ulit. Follow active quads. Okay? Try natin kung pantay ito. Okay, so tagilid siya. So, ganun din. S, Y, 0. S, Y, 0. SX, 0. SX, 0. Then press 3, face, click UV. Follow active quads, then click OK. So, diretso na siya. Alright? Then, itong rim, mas maliit to. So, let's put it on the side. Okay? Tandaan nyo, mas maliit to compared dito. Okay? Kasi gulong to, tas ito yung rim. Okay? Now, this one, we need to do the same thing. Okay? Parang isipin nyo, parang nakakaiyak siya tingnan. Well, ganun na nga. Okay, so, right-click, mark seam. Okay? Nag-mark seam ako doon. Then, I'll mark seam here. Then, dito. Okay? Here, here. Right-click, mark seam. Okay? Then, sa ilalim ako maglalagay ng split. Okay? Not sharp. Seam. Select, U, unwrap. Okay? So, ganyan yung itsura niya. Lagay nyo siya sa baba. Maliit lang naman to. Okay? Hindi siya super laki. Okay? Now, itong i-apply ko na yung mirror. Okay? Apply. 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 Okay? Then I'll select this. Tapos Control J. Para magsama siya. Okay? Then, yung subdivision nito, right? So, ganyan kasi siya. Okay. Hayaan ko na lang siya na ganyan. Okay? So, A, U, Smart UV Project. Ayan siya. Okay. Pag ganito yung mga UVs, usually we separate materials for this. Okay? Or just a separate na yung material niya pero yung texture niya is parang absent. Okay? Parang material na lang yung naka-add sa kanya. Okay? Pero just in case, pag hiningi na kailangan naka-unwrap siya, then at least ganito yung kakalabasan niya. Okay? So medyo siya, tedious kasi ang daming mga parts. Okay? So ganyan. So same with this one. L, U, Smart UV Project. Ayan. Select this. Then put this on the side. So most likely you would have to separate each of these. Okay? Then add the body. Okay? Then dito, add also the body. Okay? Yung size nitong like make it smaller. Kasi maliit naman talaga siya. Okay? Then itong part dito sa likod, pwede mo na siyang pwede mo siya i-duplicate, i-adjust mo na lang. Alright? So, yung isasubmit nyo sa akin is something like this. Okay? I-unwrap nyo siya. Then, the other one is yung may material lang. Okay? So, I'll show it to you. So, once you've done the UVs, okay na kayo sa UVs. Pag-select nyo nung i-hide nyo na lang muna. So, tanggalin nyo siya. Pero wag nyo i-delete. Hayaan nyo lang siyang naandyan. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is, let's just assign different materials dito. Okay? So, yung pinaka-base ng body, okay? Yung body niya, yan yung pinaka-base ng kulay. Now, this one, tatanggalin natin kasi we need a seat. Okay? Yung seat texture nito, let's make it brown. Dark brown. Okay? Something like that. Okay? Tapos, yung ginawa ko dito are two separate objects. Like, mayroon siyang body, may chrome, tapos may headlight. Okay? Ulitin ko lang para for the sake of Okay? So, meron na akong body. Then, since naka-subdivide na siya, medyo mahirap siya i-select. Okay? So, ito tayo sa vertex. Then, ang daming ito na yung isa sa problem dito. Just for the sake of me not getting annoyed, okay, split ko na lang siya. press V. So, select nyo yung seam around, press V para mag-separate. Okay? Pero magkadikit pa rin talaga siya. Yung nga lang, magkahiwalay na siya. Okay? So, isa-select ko to. Naka-split na to. So, I'll select this. Then, I'm going to add a material, tapos new. Okay? Gawin ko siyang chrome. So, habang naka-select siya, assign. Then, yung metallic, tataas ko yung metallic. Roughness, ibababa ko siya. Okay? So, ganyan. Now, itong ilaw na to, itong light mismo na to. Okay? Let's make a new one. Then, let's add like light. Okay? So, temporarily, let's just make it like this. Kasi we have to set it as a glass. Kasi, so like, when you use the glass, yan, tapos you set the backface culling, alpha hashed, then screen space is turned on, IOR, index of refraction, then, okay, mukha siyang glass na buo pero later, yung roughness, baba nyo na lang siya, yan. Okay? So, temporarily, ganyan na lang muna. Okay? Then, yung wheel, okay, let's make a new material, tapos wheel. Okay? Then, let's make it black. Tapos, yung roughness niya, looks okay naman. So, pwede na yan. Okay? Now, the thing is, yung rim kasi niya dito, the rim needs to be the same color as the same color or chrome para dito sa wheel na to. So, we can select this and select that. We need to make a new material. So, plus, plus new. Let's label it as axle. Then, let's set the metallic high. Then, the roughness a bit low. Then, click assign. Okay? So, let's do the same thing with okay, with this. So, i-combine ko lang siya. Click, shift-click, yung Control-J. Okay? Turn on ko na lang yung subdivision. Then, I'll assign like, select ko na lahat. Tapos, Shift-L kasi hindi naman siya kailangan nakaselect. Then, yung axle, i-assign ko. Ayun. Okay? Ka-assign na yung axle. Then ito, I can make it like a rough na, parang rough na chrome. Okay? So, let's make another material. Then this will be the pipe. Make it a bit gray. Make it metallic. Okay? Then the roughness, yan, medyo ganyan. Okay? So, itong nandito, gawin nyo na rin na pipe. Okay? And this one, so make it a stand. Okay? Yung stand, gawin na lang natin siya na 2 materials. The other one would be the rubber stand. Okay? So, yung stand natin would be metallic. Okay? Tapos, yung roughness niya, medyo mataas. Okay? Then, we're going to select the faces, itong edges na to. Okay? Let's turn off the subdivide. So, I'm going to select this and this. Then, I'm going to assign the rubber band, rubber stand. Turn it to black. Okay. something like that. Then turn on the subdivide, right click, shade smooth. Okay. So here I could just, select then itong part na to. Tapos assign ko na lang yung material. So yung black, I think this material is the wheel. Okay? Assign ko na lang siya na ganyan. Hindi naman siya kita masyado. Okay? Then itong engine, the engine would be chrome. Okay? I-chrome na lang natin yung engine. So chrome. Okay? Then yung wheel, ganun na lang din ulit. So select, add your wheel. Okay? Then ito, like you can select all of it like A. Then add a new material, tapos chrome. Or is it like a axle? Axle yata. Yeah, axle. Tapos assign. Then select mo yung wheel, click mo yung wheel, assign. Okay? Then ito, same thing. We need to select this. Then, mag-add tayo ng Chrome. Okay? Then, assign. Okay? Tapos, itong handlebar dapat ay black. Okay? Kasi, guys, kung titingnan nyo, na ganito lang yung paglalagay ng material, mabilis talaga siya. Okay? Kaso, when you actually work for 3D, sa 3D industry, kailangan talaga is ina-unwrap siya. Okay? Kaya nga ang gagawin natin is once naka-install na yung Substance Painter, tsaka natin siya gagamitin. Okay? I-texture natin tong ating scooter. Okay? Then, I'm going to select that. Puputulin ko na lang. So, V. Okay? Kasi I want it to be selected separately. Then, this would be mirror. Gagawa ko ng bago. Then, this would be a mirror. Then, I'm going to assign it. Then, use a glass. Okay? Then, yung roughness is sobrang baba. So, yan. Glass na siya. Okay? So, same thing with this one. I'm going to separate it. So, select on the seam. Alt-click. V to separate. L. Then, assign the mirror. Assign. Okay? Then, I can even add a subdivide para mas bumilog siya. Okay? This one, ganun din. Add a subdivision para mas makinis. Subdivide. Okay? Alright. This one, lagyan natin siya ng parang material na So, new, red, underscore light. Okay? Tapos, this one, let's make a new one. Then, chrome. Assign. Okay? Wait, try natin, palitan natin. Gawin natin emission. Oops, sorry. Um, So, it's this one, yung red light. Gawin nating emission. Then, let's add a subdivision. Okay. So, same with this one. This would be chrome. This one would be the red light. Okay. Then, dito sa settings natin, i-turn on nyo yung ambient occlusion, tapos taas nyo yung distance, para yung shadow niya medyo mas kita, like around 3 or 4. Precision at 0.5. Let's add some bloom. Okay. Then, gawa tayo ng pedestal. So, let's add a cylinder. Scale on Z. Okay. Inset. Extrude. Scale. Okay. Then, lagyan natin ng material. Then, let's add some subdivision. Let's press 3. U. Unwrap. Okay. Then, sa material, gawa tayo ng isa pa. Okay. So, this would be the base. And this one would be like the ground. So, assign. Change ko lang yung kulay ng ground. Okay. Minerge ko lang. Alright, itong material na to, I'll just turn it to, you know, wala ako ng texture ng ground. Titingnan natin kung ano mas bagay, kung anong texture. Naandyan na, in-attach ko na. So, matatapos na ako, guys. I'll add here a texture. So, image, texture. Then I'll put the base color here. Okay. Then, open. Try muna natin yung ground. Oop, mali. Ito yung ground. Alright, naka-subdivide siya, kaya ganyan ang itsura. Okay. I-unwrap ko lang. Wait na nga. Tapos ipatong nyo yung ano. Okay. Let me change a texture. Change ko yung texture to brick. So, medyo na-stretch siya. Medyo palakihin natin. Right, so something like this. If we set this naman to the rendering, 'di ba? Parang medyo ang corny nung kulay niya. What we're going to do dito sa shading, we'll go to world. So go to world, tapos mag-add tayo ng background. So texture, environment texture. Then let's go to HDRI, environment. And let's get something like this bright daytime. Tagal niya mag-load. Alright, so save this. Oo nga eh, yung brick nga ay mas okay eh. Kayo na lang, bahala na kayong mag freestyle kung anong gusto nyong texture. Okay? So, yung texture na yung HDRI na to is the world that will surround. Okay, yan yung magsusurround sa object natin. Okay, siya yung iikot dyan. Okay? So, ganyan siya. Now, if you think na parang ang tamlay naman ng texture, kasi ang laki na puro sky walang masyadong ground. So, kuha tayo ng may ground. Okay? Or kaya, tingnan natin yung interior. Kuha tayo interior. Tools, size, large. Para large yung makuha natin. Okay? Yan, pwede to. Usually, hindi naman nakikita to eh. Okay, so palitan natin yung environment. Ay, WebP. Yun lang. Dapat kasi either JPEG or eh. Okay? Palitan na lang natin. Hindi niya ma-read. Hindi ma-read yung texture. Oh. Pag nagpi-pink siya, ibig sabihin nun hindi nagre-read yung image. Okay? Ano yun nyo lang, palitan nyo lang. Ayan. Okay? Yung strength nito, yan, you can use the strength. At the average, like 1, pwede na yung 1. Okay? Then you can go back to object. Okay? Ayan. World, strength. Okay. Kailangan lang naman natin ng lighting. Tapos yung dito, we can change the light to like an area light. Let's say if we are going to light this, we can light this like on 3 sides, like yung 3-point lighting. Okay. So shift D to duplicate the light. Rotate. You can change it to something like pink. Okay. Then make sure na tinatamaan yung subject nyo. Okay. Shift D. Okay. You can change this to something that is blue-ish or greenish. Okay. I can like change the environment. Like, world. Yan, ibaba ko lang siya ng konti. Or I can change this to studio. Para mukha talaga siyang, parang indoor studio lighting. So, let me change this. Okay? Ayan. You can change the scale nung area light. Okay? So, this one is white. Gawin natin medyo yellowish. Right? Since may light na nanggagaling na sa HDRI natin, so okay na naman siya. Ngayon, tong light na to, palitan ko na lang ng ano muna. Gawin ko na lang siya muna emission. Then, I'll make it like white-ish. Yan, para kunwari umiilaw siya. Tapos yung strength. Ayan. Okay? So, may ilaw siya. The strength is bright. Tapos, itong ilaw ko dito, I'll make it stronger. Okay? Set it to cycles. Tapos, cross your, fingers kasi alam niyo na, mahirap na. Then, wait for it. Okay? Yung bloom niya doesn't really do much, pero like when you press F12 or render image, hintayin nyo siya. Okay, medyo matagal siya. Kasi yung samples is 4,000, so you have to wait for it. Pag hindi kaya ng computer nyo, wag nyo na ipilit. Okay? Set nyo na lang sa EV. Okay na yan. Tapos, pag nakaset kayo dito sa render natin, i-hide nyo lang tong overlay. Yan yung like, pag, yan, yung lights nyo, di ba? Click nyo to para hindi nyo siya makita. Okay? Tapos, ipwesto nyo lang siya ng medyo maganda-ganda. Ayan. Okay? Tapos, kuhanan nyo ng iba't ibang view. Ang pangit ng shadows. Ang galing yun. Here. Okay. Tapos, turn on nyo lang to ha. Ambient occlusion, 0.3 bloom. Yan. Then, wala naman sa surface scattering dito. Yun lang talaga guys, yung shadow na yan is something that we have to wait for Blender to take care of kasi medyo siya. Liitan na lang natin yung dayain na lang natin siya. Ayan. So, when you press F12, pag render, ayan. Tandaan nyo, ang nire-render ni F12, okay, si F12 ang nire-render niya ay yung camera mo. So, ito yung camera mo. Okay? So, pwede ka rin naman mag-render na lang on view, screenshot mo na lang siya. Okay? So, medyo angasan mo ng konti, ganyan, low angle. Okay? Low angle view. Okay? Wala pang normals tong dito tong floor. Hindi ko pa nilagyan ng normals to. Kita nyo may gap. Hayaan nyo na. Saan na natin ayusin. Okay? Kasi yung nakalagay sa nakalagay sa ating module is product. Hindi ko kasi nabago napirmahan na. Yung product, lighting, and rendering. So, itong product natin ay yung motor. So, ito yung papakita natin. Okay? So, we need different views. Okay? Yan. Tapos, lagyan nyo na rin ng ng wireframe render. Okay? Para mas maganda. Ganyan, okay? Para sa summative to. Ngayon, pag nag F12 kayo, ito yung wireframe dito, yan, off nyo siya. Pag sa camera kayo magre-render, tandaan nyo, pag nag F12 kayo, pupunta siya. So, pag nag-press ka ng 0, pupunta ka sa camera. Ngayon, if you want to lock into your camera, press N, camera to view. Okay? So, pag nag-render ka dito, once you render, pwede mo siyang i-save sa camera. So, save as. Okay. Then, close. Since nakalock ka, pwede kang umikot. Yan, pwede mo siyang ikutan. Okay? Then, F12 ulit. Mas mabilis siya mag-render talaga. Okay? Image, tapos save. 2. Okay? Yan, pwede ka mag-render ng ganyan. F12. Okay? Now, kahit medyo cartoony siya tingnan, at least maganda na siya tingnan for portfolio. Okay? Pero tandaan nyo guys, we're just scratching the tip of a huge mountain. Okay? Like any form of art, what I'm just showing you is some things that will help you to understand it fully well. Okay? Tandaan nyo, isang subject pa lang tayo. I'm trying to squeeze everything in para mas maintindihan nyo siya, okay? Then, i-unwrap nyo siya. Unahin nyo muna yung paglalagay ng kulay na to. Then, tsagain nyo yung unwrap. Second na yon, okay? Pinakita ko lang kasi baka makalimutan ko. Alright. So, ayan siya sa shader mode. Pero ito siya sa render mode kasi may mga nilagay na tayong mga setting. Pag change natin to cycles, okay din naman siya, mas accurate yung yung lights, pero ang problem yung computer nyo. Doon tayo magkakaroon ng problema, okay? So, kung kaya, sige, mag-render F12 nyo, okay? Pag hindi kaya, wag na pilitin at baka lalong magka-problema, okay? So, I'll upload the recording later, tapos abangan nyo na lang siya later. Okay? This is for the summative, Ito. Ayan. Unahin nyo na muna. Tapos, i-unwrap nyo yung texturing. Kasi talagang medyo matrabaho siya. Substance Painter na natin yun. Okay? Sa Discord, i-send ko yung link ng, Substance Painter para ma-download nyo siya. Then, para matry natin. Okay? So, kung hindi talaga kakayanin, Photoshop ang gagamitin natin to, para malagyan siya ng konting dirt, malagyan siya ng sticker and stuff. Okay? Uninstall yung Maya. Ano nga ba? Kulang na ba kayo sa space? Sige, uninstall nyo na lang muna. Balik nyo na lang pagka nag-editing. Nag-animation pala, sorry. Wait lang may message sa off ko na lang yung record.